As Christians, we are called to be stewards of the earth and to care for God's creation. However, in recent years, the climate change agenda has become increasingly politicized and misleading, often prioritizing radical environmentalism over biblical values. In response, Christians can fight back against the fake climate change agenda by promoting a balanced and nuanced approach to environmentalism, one that is grounded in scripture and sound science. First and foremost, Christians must recognize that the climate change agenda is often driven by a secular and humanistic worldview, which prioritizes the environment above human life and dignity. This worldview is in direct conflict with the biblical teaching that humans are created in the image of God and have a unique role to play in caring for the earth. By contrast, Christians believe that the earth is a gift from God, and that we have a responsibility to use its resources wisely and sustainably. By promoting a biblical perspective on environmentalism, Christians can help to counter the misinformation and exaggeration that often characterizes the climate change agenda. Another way that Christians can fight back against the fake climate change agenda is by promoting sound science and critical thinking. The climate change debate is often marked by emotionalism and hysteria, with proponents of the agenda relying on scare tactics and misinformation to advance their cause. Christians, on the other hand, should be committed to seeking truth and understanding, and should be willing to question and critique the dominant narratives and ideologies that shape the climate change debate. By promoting sound science and critical thinking, Christians can help to separate fact from fiction, and to expose the myths and exaggerations that often underlie the climate change agenda. Christians can also fight back against the fake climate change agenda by promoting a more balanced and nuanced approach to environmentalism. While the climate change agenda often prioritizes radical and unrealistic solutions, such as abandoning fossil fuels and adopting a vegan diet, Christians should be promoting more practical and effective solutions that take into account the complexities and trade-offs of real-world decision-making. For example, Christians could promote the development of clean energy technologies such as nuclear power and carbon capture, or support initiatives to reduce waste and promote recycling. By promoting a more balanced and nuanced approach to environmentalism, Christians can help to build bridges and find common ground with others, rather than perpetuating division and polarization. Furthermore, Christians can fight back against the fake climate change agenda by speaking out against the social and economic injustices that often accompany radical environmentalism. The climate change agenda often prioritizes the interests of wealthy and powerful nations and corporations, at the expense of the poor and vulnerable. Christians, on the other hand, should be committed to promoting justice and equality, and should be speaking out against the injustices and inequalities that are often perpetuated in the name of environmentalism. For example, Christians could be advocating for the rights of indigenous communities, who are often disproportionately affected by environmental degradation and climate change. By speaking out against social and economic injustices, Christians can help to promote a more just and equitable approach to environmentalism, one that takes into account the needs and interests of all people. Finally, Christians can fight back against the fake climate change agenda by promoting a biblical perspective on stewardship and responsibility. The climate change agenda often perpetuates a narrative of fear and guilt, emphasizing the catastrophic consequences of human activity and the need for radical and immediate action. Christians, on the other hand, should be promoting a narrative of hope and responsibility, emphasizing the importance of caring for the earth and using its resources wisely and sustainably. By promoting a biblical perspective on stewardship and responsibility, Christians can help to inspire and motivate others to take action, rather than simply perpetuating fear and anxiety. By working together to promote a more balanced and nuanced approach to environmentalism, Christians can help to build a better future for all people, one that is grounded in biblical values and sound science.